Good morning. I'm Sergeant Sean Streepay.
And I'm Officer Asia Cannon. It's time for the FayPD Update. The FayPD Update is a new series we're starting to keep you, the citizen, up to date with the most recent crime trends, safety tips, and good deeds that have been occurring in the Fayetteville area.
Yes, so let's start today with our most recent crime trend. Detectives are currently investigating 11 reported thefts of money orders or personal checks in which the suspects gain access to the payment drop boxes after business hours and remove money orders or personal checks from the payment drop boxes. Detectives have obtained images from surveillance systems of persons of interest and are requesting the public's assistance in identifying these persons. We are also encouraging citizens to pay their rent online or ensure that they are handing their checks directly to apartment complex management.
Fraud detectives would also like to warn citizens about our most recent fraud alert. Detectives have received several reports in which a suspect calls the victim and claims they have kidnapped a family member and they demand money. The scammer goes on to state that the citizen must immediately conduct an electronic money transfer in order to prevent harm to the family member. The scammer may even know personal information such as names of the victim and other family members. In some instances, background noise may be produced in an attempt to indicate a family member is indeed present and in immediate danger. The scam is not unique to Fayetteville, and it has been reported across the country. The scammer is very demanding and may provide instructions to stay on the phone until they receive the money transfer. We encourage citizens to utilize another phone line if possible to call 911. Otherwise, if you're in the company of friends or family, have them call 911 from another room. Alternatively, you may text 911 as well. If texting, be sure the first thing you provide in the text box is your most current address. Call if you can, text if you can't.
Now, let's get into some of our recent major arrests. On March 8th, there was a shooting that took place in the parking lot of the Extended Stay America located at 408 Owen Drive. Detectives have discovered 3 suspects attempted to commit an armed robbery of 3 victims. During the attempted armed robbery, one of the victims obtained his own firearm and discharged his firearm, striking 2 of the suspects. One of the suspects also discharged a firearm, which struck a Honda Civic occupied by 2 of the victims. The suspects in this case have been identified as Christopher S. Grubbs, Malik A. Newsom, and Antoine K. Lawrence.
And for our last point in crime, FayPD detectives have recently made 2 large drug arrests, which resulted in over 10 guns seized, 700 pounds of marijuana recovered, 2 pounds of cocaine, and other numerous drug items and paraphernalia.
Now for some of the good stuff we've done this week. The FayPD welcomed Officer Mabee back to our ranks, who was sworn in by Magistrate Peterson.
Members of our Campbellton district partnered with the Cub Scout Pack 756 for their annual Pinewood Derby race. Everyone had a great time, and we even had a chance to race derby cars on the track.
Campbellton District Community Empowerment Team, our forensics unit, our aviation unit, crime prevention, some of our detectives, and our motor officers participated in the Career and College Expo at E.E. Smith High School.
And we celebrated the graduation of 5 canine handlers and their canines from the canine handler course. Officer Bettis and Canine Hector, our first explosive person born canine team. Officer Snyder and Canine Kobe, who are now on narcotics and patrol. Officer Hoke and Canine Twos, who are on explosive patrol. Officer Hernandez and Canine Berry, who are on narcotics patrol. And last but not least, Officer Baxley and Canine Pele, who are also on narcotics and patrol. These teams endured an 8-week extensive canine handler course that taught the handlers and the canines the fundamentals of being a great team.
Of course, we would like to wrap up our segment with some crime prevention tips. FayPD has been encouraging everyone to follow the 9 p.m. routine. With this routine, we encourage citizens to lock their vehicles, remove their valuables from those vehicles, lock your home doors, and ensure your exterior lights are turned on at night.
And with that being said, of course, if you see something, say something. Report all suspicious activity by either calling 911 immediately or calling our Crime Stoppers at 910-483-TIPS. Thank you, Fayetteville, for tuning in, and we will see you next week for our FayPD update.
See you next time.